Hello everyone! Thank you all very much for watching the 2023 Nissan Motorsports Fan Appreciation Event. Today's online event is intended for the enjoyment of the fans who give your support to Nissan Motorsports activities and consists of two parts. Let's all enjoy it together. I hope you are enjoying it too. Good morning, good evening, or hello, wherever you're watching. So, starting with part one, we'll take an overall look at Nissan's motorsports activities in 2023. As already announced on February 17th, we will also be joined today by members of the Formula E, Super GT GT500 class, and GT3 program, and GT4 program teams. And after that, we will have the part two, second part, which will feature talk sessions for each category. In addition to talk shows by Nissan Super GT GT500 class team drivers and team principals, the Nissan Formula E team racing as one entity for the first time in Formula E will introduce a new team and machine regulations. Then, as part of our customer racing program, talk shows will be presented featuring team members participating in GT3 and GT4 category races, as we have a full program on tap for you. As you can see on screen, the Japanese MC for today's event will be Pierre Kitagawa, who is motorsports announcer, well known here in Japan. And on the English side, alongside me, Sasha, is Sonia.
Hi.
Hello, Sonia.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Nice to be here with all of you from all over the world.
Yes, we will bring you the English part. And also, there will be the interpreter for the English event, so you will also hear some English. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you. All right. So, Sonia, I'm really looking forward for today's event with so many talk shows and so many teams, all teams participating in one place. This is a really rare case.
It's amazing. It's nice at the beginning of the season to have, we always see them at the track. But
Exactly.
Yeah. But first of all, before everything, before anything, we'd like to present a video message from the Chief Operating Officer at Nissan Motor Corporation Limited, Mr. Ashwani Gupta.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us at the 2023 Nissan NISMO Motorsport Activity Announcement and Fan Event. I am Ashwani Gupta, COO of Nissan. Konnichiwa, Nissan COO no Ashwani Gupta desu. Nissan was founded with the purpose of creating cars that enrich people's lives and touch hearts. In our pursuit of excitement, we have always dared to do what others don't and have created a legacy of speed. And motorsport is the expression of our passion and expertise. It has always represented the competitive spirit and passionate commitment of Nissan. We have been on the grid for more than 85 years, and you, our fans, have stood with us, sharing every one of our successes and multiplying the thrill. Our passion grows with every race and every victory. 2022 is no different. We have had a great year for Nissan NISMO Motorsports, marked with many achievements. This includes the momentous event of passing the baton to the newly developed Nissan Z GT500 after 14 years and record 41 victories with the GTR in the GT500 class of the Super GT series. As anticipated, the competition was extremely tough, with the championship positions unclear until the very last race. In the end, it was the number 12 Nissan Z GT500 that took the series championship, marking a spectacular debut. Coming second was the number 3 Nissan Z GT500. We all may still remember a similar button touch in 2004. That year, the Z33 took the button from the R34 GTR and marked a spectacular debut in JGTC series. Now, the GT500 spec 2022 Nissan Z, developed by NISMO, once again proved the Z's legacy of challenge and determination to win. In the Super GT series GT300 class, where privateer racing teams challenge each other, the number 56 GTR took the class championship for the second time in 3 years. This team is backed by Nissan Automotive Technical College students and sales company technical staff. Indeed, motorsport inspires the spirit of challenge and helps to develop the teamwork and courage to overcome difficulties in crucial situations. And this year, with the Nissan Z GT4 program, we bring the Nissan Z to an even wider range of enthusiast customer racing teams. Just like the original 240Z, the Nissan Z GT4 will burst on the race scene with its sleek design. Pilot customer teams will start racing in both the United States and Japan. The success of the GTR and Z under thrilling conditions is proof of Nissan's passion and expertise in both racing and automotive engineering. Now, to turn to the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship, we once again challenged the norms when we became the first and only Japanese manufacturer to enter. We race in this all-electric World Championship to bring the excitement and fun of zero-emission electric vehicles that underline our commitment to electrification. We have committed to the series through to the end of season 12 in 2025-2026. Now, with the full ownership of the Nissan Formula E racing team in place, we are taking on the challenge with the much more powerful and faster Zen 3 car. The powertrain is competitive and selected by the McLaren team as well. We will transfer technology from the track to the road vehicles with this technically fast-moving championship, helping us showcase the appeal of our EV offerings to the wide audience. To conclude, let me say, Nissan is committed to the legacy of speed and excitement, and we are driven by passion to create better, safer, and faster cars. We are accelerating ahead with both our Super GT and Formula E activities with the goal of moving you, moving your hearts, and creating the history. We race to win. Thank you.
So that was Mr. Gupta, the COO of Nissan. Next up, we have Takao Katagiri, the president and CEO of Nissan Motorsports and Customizing Company Limited. He will describe the motorsports plans by Nissan and NMC NISMO for the year 2023.
Hello, everyone. My name is Katagiri from Nissan Motorsports and Customizing Company. Thank you for joining us at the 2023 Nissan Motorsports Fan Event today. Last year was a season of great results for the Nissan NISMO team, and we, who were in charge of development and technical support, were very happy and proud to share the joy of victory with our fans. The NISMO Festival is being held for the first time in 3 years, and we realized once again how wonderful the support of our fans is. We're truly grateful for your enthusiastic support, and we're determined to continue our efforts this year to achieve victory going forward. Then, I would like to recap our activities for this year. First, one of the two pillars of our work activities is FIA Formula E World Championship. We have been participating in Formula E in order to bring the joy of zero-emission electric vehicles to customers around the world. Now this year, in our 5th season, we are competing as the sole Nissan team of Japanese nationality, and with the team name changed to Nissan Formula E Team. The Generation 3 machine, Gen 3 machine, has been adopted this season. The coloring is designed with a cherry blossom theme as a symbol of the team's new start. The drivers are Norman Nato, who has the experience winning in Formula E, and Sasha Fenestras, who is also well known in Super GT. Under the new regulations, the race is more exciting with greater power and speed. We also have started supplying Gen 3 EV powertrains to the prestigious British team McLaren Racing. We believe that our collaboration with the McLaren team will accelerate our technological development and give us more opportunities to showcase Nissan's technology to fans around the world. And as Nissan, we will continue to promote the electrification of cars. We hope that everyone will join us for an exciting race through the city streets, a race that only electric race cars can offer. Now, in other works program, Super GT GT500 class, we'll be competing in the class again this season with Nissan Z-based Nissan Z GT500, which symbolizes our DNA for taking on challenges. Last season was a great season with 3 wins out of 8 races, and Nissan drivers on the podium in all races. And with the car number 12 winning the series championship, and car number 3 finishing second in the series. I would like to thank our fans once again for their enthusiastic support. As for the team structure, we decided to continue with last year's team as we believe this is the best combination. So let me start with the defending champion, car number 1. First, car number 1, Marelli Impulse Z, Director Kazuyoshi Hoshino, Team Principal Kazuki Hoshino, Drivers Kazuki Hiramine and Bertrand Baguette. Engineer is Toshiomi Ooki. This year we will be competing in the Marelli color, and we hope that we'll be able to maintain Zenkai-kon spirit and have another exciting race this year to win the championship for the 2nd year in a row. Our tires are Bridgestone. Many sponsors, including Marelli, are supporting our team again this year. Next, car number 3, Nitera Moto Z. Team Principal Jiro Shimada, drivers are Katsumasa Chiyo and Mitsunori Takaboshi, and the engineer is Negishi Keisuke. Tires are provided by Michelin. Nitera, the new main sponsor, is the English trade name of NGK, a well-known spark plug manufacturer, Nihon Tokusho Toryo. The sponsors of car 3, led by Nitera and Motul, are shown as below. Next, car number 23, Nismo Motorsports Z. Team Principal Takeshi Nakajima and drivers are Tsugiyo Matsuda and Ronnie Quintarelli. Engineer is Nakajima, is served by the Mr. Nakajima, who is the team principal. This year, we'll be competing with Michelin tires. Now, this is the 10th year for this team. Hope they can celebrate with victory in this milestone year. And the sponsors such as Motul and Otek are provided. Next, car number 24, Kondo Racing, Realize Corporation Advan Z. Team principal is Masahiko Kondo, and drivers are Daiki Sasaki and Kohei Hirate. Engineer is Takuji Murata. Tire brand will continue to be Yokohama. Last year, this team won the pole position and have already proven the speed, so we're looking forward to winning this year's race. This year, we're again supported by Realize Corporation and other companies. And we have Motohiro Matsumura, who will be the executive director of the Nissan GT500 teams. Executive Advisor Mikhail Krum will provide support to the drivers so that they can achieve good results in the Nissan teams. In our second year of competing in Nissan Z GT500, we expect our rival teams to become more competitive, so we'll prepare well and show you another good performance this season. Next, I'd like to talk about the customer racing program. First of all, in the GT3 program, we'll continue to provide solid support to teams competing in the Nissan GTR NISMO GT3 this year.
The 5 GTR cars will compete in the Super GT GT300 class. The official customer team, Kondo Racing, which won the series championship last year, will be led by Masahiko Kondo, with drivers João Paulo de Oliveira and Teppei Natori to defend their championship title. The other official customer team, Gainer, has 2 cars. Car 10 will be driven by Hironobu Yasuda and Riki Okusa under Executive Director Yorikatsu Tsujiko and Team Principal Kazumi Fujii. Car number 11 will be driven by Ryuichiro Tomita, Keishi Ishikawa, and Yusuke Shiotsu under the direction of Kazumi Fujii. In addition, 1 GTR from each of Nils Racing and Run-Up Sports will also enter the race. We will do our best to support each of the 5 GTR cars for their success in their respective races. In the Super Taikyu series or Endurance series, 2 Nissan GTR NISMO GT3 cars will be entered in the STX class, one from Helm Motorsports, which won the series championship in its debut year last year, and one from GTNet Motorsports. In the ST3 class, 1 car from Team 01 and 2 Fairlady Z Nismo RCs from Okabe Jidosha Motorsports will be entered. The Nissan Mechanic Challenge, a talent development program conducted by Nissan Motor and Nissan Automobile Technical College through racing activities, will continue this season. Technical staff from Nissan dealers and students from Nissan Automobile Technical College will participate in the Super GT GT300 class and Super Taikyu series, aiming to improve their technical skills and teamwork through activities with professional race mechanics. Nissan Z GT4, which has been developed by NMC NISMO based on the Nissan Z, will finally compete in races. This year, NMC NISMO will supply 4 Nissan Z GT4s to pilot customer teams in Japan and the US and provide technical support. In Japan, 2 Nissan Z GT4 cars will compete in the STZ class of the Super Taikyu series. Car number 20, Naniwa Denso Team Impal Z, entered by Team Impal, will be driven by Yuki Tanaka, Kazuki Hiramine, Kazuki Oki, and Kazuki Hoshino under the direction of Kazuo Kitanaka. Next, Team 01's Car 26, the raffinée Nissan Mechanic Challenge Z GT4, will be led by Hatsuki Kono and driven by Ryuichiro Otsuka, Ryuichiro Tomita, Teppei Natori, and Daiki Fujiwara. In the United States, where successive generations of Nissan Z have competed, 2 Nissan Z GT4 cars from Tech Sports Racing will compete in the Pirelli GT4 America Championship. Under the direction of Kevin Anderson, the lineup for the Car 22 is Eric Powell and Colin Harrison, and for Car 23, Brian Haikota and Grayson Farishon. As we have seen in the photos from the test last month, NMC NISMO will be providing strong support for Nissan cars to be able to compete successfully in the US as well. Next is the customer racing engine supply program. Nissan NISMO will supply VK56 engines to all teams competing in LMP3 class races and provide technical support. The LMP3 class races using prototype cars are held in North America, Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world and have become very popular. Next, I will introduce the NISMO Driving Academy. This is a driving lesson for users of NISMO road cars, GTR, Fairlady Z, and Skyline 400R, with lessons given directly by NISMO contracted drivers. Classes are set up to suit all levels, from the basics of sports driving to practical practice on short circuits, so please be sure to join us. Finally, we plan to hold the NISMO Festival this year again. We will announce the schedule and other details in due course. So this is a summary of this year's activities. We will continue to challenge for victory this season with the spirit of race to win. COVID-19 regulations are changing, so we hope that you will visit the circuits when you have a chance this year and see our activities live and support us. We will continue to do our best in all the categories in which we participate so that we can present exciting races to our fans this season. We look forward to your continued support and encouragement this season. Thank you.
And that was the message by President Katagiri. So as stated by the COO, Mr. Gupta, and President Katagiri, Nissan Motors and Nissan Motorsports and Customizing will again this season be giving full support to motorsports activities worldwide, including the two pillars of Super GT and Formula events.
That's right, Sonia. And in the GT3 program, which is a customer racing program, teams appearing in the Nissan GTR NISMO GT3 events will be also supported, as well as the Japan team appearing in the Nissan Z GT4, GT4 program based on the new Z, and to teams competing overseas. We are also going to be joined here at the Nissan Global Headquarters by members of the teams participating in the 2023 Super GT GT500 class, GT3 program, and GT4 program. So, for the online viewers, we would like to introduce the team members.
Exciting.
Yes. Everybody's coming out.
Yep.
So, first, the champion, car number 1, Marelli Impulse Z, director Kazuyoshi Hoshino, team principal Kazuki Hoshino, driver Kazuki Hiramine and Bertrand Baguette.
Handsome, huh?
Nice white outfit.
Yes, here they are, the champs. And now car number 3, Nitera Moto Z. Team principal Jiro Shimada, drivers Katsu Masachio and Mitsunori Takaboshi. Unfortunately, Mr. Takaboshi will be absent today.
Second in last year's Super GT Championship, aiming to get the champion this year.
It was such an exciting race.
Right. And next up is car number 23, Motul Otec Z, team principal Takeshi Nakajima, driver Tsugio Matsuda, and Ronnie Quintarelli. This is the 10th year of the two drivers joining together for the car number 23, which is the Nissan number.
23.
If you read the 23 in Japanese, you can read it Nissan. So it's a really important number for the Nissan team.
Yes, yeah. And car number 24, Realize Corporation Advan Z. Team principal Masahiko Kondo, driver Daiki Sasaki and Kohei Hirate.
And we have Motohiro Matsumura, who serves as executive director of the Nissan GT500 teams. This is the full lineup of the 2023 Super GT GT500 class Nissan competitors.
And now let's welcome the members of the official customer teams taking part in the Super GT GT300 class and Nissan GTR and NISMO GTRs. First car number 56. Realized Nissan Mechanic Challenge GTR. Team principal Masahiko Kondo, driver João Paulo de Oliveira, and driver Tepe Nakuri.
The champion team will have a new driver, Tepe Nakuri, for this season.
Yeah, exciting, huh?
Next, car number 10, Pono Scanner GTR team. Team principal, Kazumi Fuji. Drivers, Hironobu Yasuda and Riki Okusa.
Very young drivers. Yeah, fantastic.
Yes, Okusa and Yasuda are pairing for the first time in Super GT.
And car number 11, again Tanax GTR. Team principal, Kazumi Fuji. Drivers, Ryuichi Tomita, Keishi Ishikawa, and Yusuke Chiotsu. And here we have 3 drivers.
Yes, we will have 450-kilometer race this year for Super GT, so for more races we need 3 drivers.
Yeah.
For that, so they will line up with 3. And now we'll introduce the 2 teams competing in the Nissan Z GT4, the GT4 program Super Taikyu Series 2023. First, car number 20, Naniwa Denso, Team Impulse Z, driver Kazuki Hoshino. And car number 26, Raffinée Nissan Mechanic Challenge Z GT4 team, Team General Advisor Masataka Yanagida.
And that was the above members all be competing in the Super GT GT300 class, GT3 program, and the GT4 program Taikyu series. And now let us ask Executive Director Mr. Matsumura to say a few words and welcome you all on behalf of the Nissan teams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us at this event. We appreciate your kind attention. Also, during fiscal year 2022, during the season of 2022, I'd like to thank all the sponsors who've rendered so much support. And we would also like to thank our fans for their enthusiastic support for 2022. As for 2023, we'll be reshifting or we'll be addressing the carbon neutral engine, which is challenging, but all teams hopefully will be able to win a victory and be competing in the series championship at the end of the day. We hope that we'll be able to present a race which can excite fans. Our teams are united. We'll work together to show you and to put on exciting races for our fans. We look forward to your continued support. Thank you very much.
So that was Director Mr. Matsumura.
Director Matsumura,
Next
thank
up,
you very
we would
much.
like to ask driver Mr. Tsugiyo Matsuda of car number 23, Motul Otek Z, to express his determination to our online audience on behalf of all the Nissan team drivers. Let's hear from him.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for watching Nissan Motorsports Fan Event. Last season, in the both classes, we were able to win the title. And this season, again, with the drivers on this stage, we would like to work together, and so that we would like to regain the championship once again. The drivers here are going to be very proud in driving GTR and Z, and we all enjoy driving the race. And we are now going back to pre-COVID situation. And this year, I hope that many people will come to support us at the circuits. Please watch us with our passionate driving. Thank you very much. Matsuda-san, thank you very much.
And this brings us to the end of part 1 of today's program. Thank you all for being with us, but we'll be back right after this. So, with this, we have introduced members of the Nissan teams for the Super GT, GT 500 class and customer racing program.
That's right.
So last season, Nissan and NISMO competing for the season in the Nissan Z GT 500 based on the new Z, won the series championship.
Right.
And they also grabbed the series championship with the GT3 in the GT 300 class and the Super Taikyu in the STX class.
Right. And this season, the Nissan Z GT4 will be newly taking part in Japanese and US races. And, well, I hope they will have a same or more success this year than last year. And this season's race in Japan will kick off with the Super Taikyu Series, which starts in Suzuka Circuit in season on March 18th and 19th, followed by Super GT races, which begins in Okayama International Circuit on April 15th and 16th. In addition, the seasons of the race of the Nissan Z GT4 America in the US will open at Sonoma Raceway on April 1st and 2nd. So don't forget to cheer the Nissan team.
Oh, yeah.
And from here, we will move on to part 2 of this event. More enjoyable introduction of Nissan Motorsports activities to our viewers, international viewers, as well as our Japanese domestic viewers. The Nissan Formula E team participating in the FIA Formula E competition, a racing series for electric vehicles taking place on circuits specially set up in urban areas around the globe. Will introduce the new team and machine regulations.
Yeah, and then as part of our customer racing program, talk shows will be presented featuring the Nissan team members participating in the GT3 and the GT4 category races and the Super GT, GT 500 classes races.
Right.
Yeah, we have a full program for you.
Exactly.
Exciting afternoon.
Yes. And, well, the talk show will be in Japanese, so we'll be picking up, the important parts and tell you what they are talking about in English. So let's begin with Formula E. Nissan is the only Japanese automaker to have been taken part in the FIA Formula E World Championship from Season 5 in 2018.
Yay.
And in Season 9, which began in January of this year, Nissan is participating as the all Japanese Nissan Formula E team from this season. So, and also from this season, the car has been changed to Gen 3. Which is a nice looking and a faster car. We also have a new regulations, which has been adopted for the Formula E races. And today we would like to ask Nissan Formula E team drivers to talk about how to enjoy the race and introduce features of the machine. To begin, 2 of the newly added drivers will tell us about the new Gen 3 machine powertrain and its drivability. Let's check out the video.
Yeah. Generation 3.
Hi, minasan konnichiwa. So here's Sasha Fenestras. I'm 23 years old, racing for the Nissan Formula E team in the Season 9 Formula E World Championship. So this season is the first time for Nissan to race under the Japanese flag, as we're racing as full Nissan factory team in this Formula E World Championship. So here's a special Sakura livery for Season 9. Beautiful, to be honest. I was living in Japan, and my favorite seasons, to be honest, was the Sakura season, because it was really, really pretty all around Tokyo, all around Japan. So it's a clear example of how beautiful it is. A lot of red, which of course means Nissan. 23 for me this year. with number age 23, year 23, so many coincidences. So yeah, beautiful livery, and it was already used in Mexico. Many people loved it. I love it. So yeah, now we need to see it on the podium hopefully soon.
Hi guys, I'm Norman Nato. I'm French. I'm 30 years old. So welcome to our Nissan garage. We're actually doing a race weekend. So this is a day where we prepare for everything. So trying my feet position. The mechanics are preparing the car. The Gen 3 car, which is a new car, new from this year. Second race of the season. We've been to Mexico. This Gen 3 car is like really demanding in terms of driving style. We had to adapt compared to the Gen 2 one. Now we can regenerate the energy with the front axle as well, so it makes our braking quite different compared to before. Also the fact that in race the energy management is very different. We have also like new attack mode strategies that we can do. So there is many things that we have to adapt to. Some new tires as well on Cook. It was Michelin in the past, so this is something which is like a key point in Formula E. Really low grip, so the car is sliding a lot. It's really tricky for us to fight the limit of the car. The car is really powerful as well. More power than a Gen 2 car. So it's a car which is difficult actually to find the limit and really easy to go over the limit. And physically as well, like for the shoulders and the neck, it's a car which is tough. Because as I say now, when you brake, you have this front engine with like recovering some energy, so it makes your steering wheel like really heavy.
Yeah, two new drivers on the Nissan Formula E team, Mr. 23, Sacha Fenestras,
Yes.
and Norman Nato
Yes.
have introduced the new GT3 machine. Well, the Nissan Gen 3 machine, with its cherry blossom themed, clearly representing Japan.
Yes. Sakura.
Yeah, and an additional power boost is waging fierce battles on the world street circuits.
Exactly.
And the new Nissan original EV powertrain was provided through the technical partnership with the British team McLaren.
Exactly.
Also, be sure to note the advancement in the Nissan electrification technologies.
That's right. And doing really good in the opening of the season.
They are too. And now let us hear about some of the special characteristics of the Formula E racing and the new regulations taking effect from season 9 and how that affects the tactics. So please watch the video presentation by Mr. 23, Fenestras and Nato.
Formula E is a championship I really like. I will explain you why. So first of all, we are racing in city centers, which is something which is amazing. You know, going to Riyadh, to Rome, to London, to Monaco, and soon to Japan as well. It's something which is amazing. Like I always love to race in street circuit, and Formula E is all about it. And also the fact to race with an electric car. So it's at the beginning you have to adapt yourself. You know, when you're coming from on my side, I drove Formula 2 in the past, or I'm also driving LMP car, so prototype at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So when you're jumping in a Formula E car, like all the noise that you can have in the car, so much different. At the beginning, first time you jump in a Formula E car, you're like, whoa, this is different, you know, and you have to get used to it. But it's something which is really enjoyable as well to drive. The torque as well is like on-off, it's coming straight away, so you have to manage quite a lot, like the wheel spin, and it makes also like sometimes, as I say, like about trying to, it's easy to overpush, like sometimes, you know, you want to accelerate a bit too much and the car is sliding, so it's always cool for a driver to do some slide. I hope you guys will have the opportunity to come support us, or you can do it by our social media, and hope to see you soon. Ciao, ciao.
So, how a Formula E weekend works, we start, depends, if we have two races in one weekend, like this weekend coming here in Riyadh. So we have two races. We start on the Thursday with a free practice, that we call it FP0, which is a shakedown. This time is special, we have 30 minutes, we can drive as many laps as we want with full power, which is 300 kilowatts. Normally we can only do 3 laps, but this is a special occasion. Then we go into FP1, FP2, which is the same thing. Same amount of time, same amount of driving, amount of power. We can use attack mode, so we can use 350 kilowatts in free practice, which is the mode, the power that we use only from the duels in qualifying. Qualifying is a bit tricky, but basically we start with a A and a B group. We have half of the field and half of the field depending on the championship positions. So then the top 4 of each group goes to the duels. Then you face, for example, if I qualify P4 of my group, I will face in the duels against the first position of the duels, and well, etc., etc. And then whoever wins the duels goes to the semi-final. The semi-final is a 1-to-1 again, and then you go to the final against whoever won the semi-final of the other group. So it's a very interesting, very exciting qualifying format, very difficult for us drivers. And then we go into the race. So the race in this occasion is going to be 39 laps, a very long race. So energy management is very important, very, very important, especially for me as my first season is something that I am working on a lot. As you know, experienced driver helps. The experience in Formula E helps to have a better energy management during the races. In the race we have 2 attack modes. It's a total normally of 4 minutes, so we can choose between the first attack mode to be 3 minutes and then 1, or 2 minutes plus 2, and etc. So we're able to choose that. The attack mode in this track is going to be in the turn 19 on the exit, so we lose about 1 second or 1.5 seconds to take the attack loop, so we do lose time by taking that. But then of course with extra power, so when we take attack they give us 50 kilowatts more, which is a lot. It's a lot more power for that amount of time, and that makes us, normally we can catch the time back of that second that we lose of taking the attack. We normally catch it back during the attack mode before the time finishes. And as I said, then of course the energy management is very important, especially the beginning of the race and the end of the race. You know, if you overconsume at the beginning of the race, you might have, you know, a lot of difficulties towards end of the race with you know, low energy targets and not being able to drive fast because of the low energy you have, and etc. So yeah, that's how a Formula E weekend works. I hope you will see it one day. We're coming to Japan in season 10 normally, so if that happens, that would be amazing, especially for us as our first ever home race with Nissan. So yeah, please support us and see you on track.
Very interesting. So they were talking about season 9. Besides the change to the Gen 3 machine, the new machine, new car, the race format has also changed. So for example, first the race time has been changed to a race distance. So before, until last season, it was 45 minutes plus 1 lap format, but now it's number of laps. For example, it was like 39 laps in Saudi. And a Formula E special rule is an attack mode, which makes it really exciting. So you have to go to the attack mode activation zone. And if you pass there, you will lose 1 or 1.5 seconds. But for that, you will increase like 50 kilowatts for up to 4 minutes, which gives you like 17 or 18% more power. Which gives more speed to overtake. So you lose time, but for that you will have a power to catch them up or maybe overtake.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of the attack mode.
It is.
So finally, we will have a special message from Director Tommaso.
Hello fans in Japan, directly from the garage of Nissan Formula E team. As you know, we just started Generation 3 in Season 9 with a team which now is a Nissan team, fully owned by Nissan, and we race as Nissan in Formula E. We are very proud to be the only Japanese car brand in the series, which makes your support even more important. We really need you to support us in this series as well. Our expectations for Generation 3 is definitely to become a championship contender, but already this season we want to gain credibility and to be a credible competitor in the series. So again, we really need your support from Japan as well, and hopefully we will have a race in Japan coming soon next season, so this will make our program even more relevant for Japan. Thank you very much and see you soon in Japan.
And that was Managing Director Tommaso, Mr. Tommaso. Wow, lots of information that the drivers and the team director, plenty to enjoy, you know, filled with expectation and excitement for the Nissan Formula E team this season. and for the hosting of Formula E races in Japan.
I hope so. Will it really happen?
Well, last year, Tokyo Governor Ms. Yuriko Koike and the Formula E operations CEO Jamie Rigel concluded an agreement towards having the Formula E season 10 in spring of 2024 hosted in Tokyo.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the Tokyo metropolitan government is promoting the zero-emission vehicle on the way to realizing the zero-emissions Tokyo strategy.
Yeah.
As an environmental leader that emits no carbon dioxide. And this is raising hopes for hosting the event in Tokyo.
Hopefully we will see a race here in Tokyo.
Yeah, and Nissan is in particular, as the only Japanese automobile maker to be competing in the Formula E events, would like to see a Formula E race in Japan, obviously.
Definitely. And this season, Formula E has already gone through round 4, with round 5 to take place next weekend, February 25th, in Cape Town, South Africa. So don't forget to cheer the new Formula E Nissan team in this season.
With the cherry blossoms.
Exactly. So that was the introduction for Formula E for this season. And now the talk show will begin. So the talk show will be held, as I mentioned before, in Japanese.
Yes.
And we will be, picking up the essence of the talk show.
Yes.
And we'll discuss what they're going to talk, or how the season will be, So I hope you're going to enjoy.
We're actually here in Yokohama.
Yes.
And the showroom of Nissan.
Yeah.
And
a little bit above of what you see on screen.
Yes. Up there we are.
Yeah.
And beautiful day today, actually. It's 19 degrees and it's only, February.
Yes, it's like spring here.
Yeah.
And now the drivers are coming in.
Yeah.
And we are both involved in Super GT. I'm also doing the commentary for Formula E.
Yeah.
And we were both working in this industry for a long time. Yeah. So I hope we can give a little bit of the excitement or the backstories of the drivers or the teams together, Sonia.
Yeah, they're really nice people. I usually do the interpretation for
right.
the Super GTs, and it's a pleasure working with this mob. They're fantastic people.
Right. Let's hear what they are going to talk about. Everybody is in. I think they're going to start with GT300, right? So it's Super GT GT300 class drivers and teams, and also the GT4 program. So the Super Taikyu.
Yeah.
Super Taikyu is the endurance series here in Japan.
In Japan.
So similar to Super GT, but with different regulations.
Yeah, and customer.
Exactly.
So it's easier to access at the beginning.
Right.
Maybe less expensive.
Exactly. And lots of gentleman drivers also.
Oh, all right.
So this is team principal Kondo from Kondo Racing.
Yes.
He will introduce the team.
So he's been, so he's able to achieve the championship again last year. So he's really happy to be here.
And he has also a really unique career. He started as a singer and also an idol here in Japan.
Famous.
In the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
And
he hasn't changed, has he?
No.
Yeah.
And he became so famous, and he was a top star here in Japan. But he also had a really big enthusiasm to motorsports, and he started also driving the car.
Yeah, that's right.
And he competed in the top Formula Series in Japan.
That's right.
And then he, after he retired from driving the car, he made his team.
Yeah.
And he's now the team owner.
Yeah, and he's the top in everything. He says he wants to win the championship for the third consecutive year. I mean, everything he does very well.
Right.
It's amazing. Amazing.
And this is Mr. Fuji from Gainer. Gainer will also have 2 cars in the GT300 class.
Yeah. Yeah. The Gainer 10X GT3.
Yes.
And
the car number 10 was so close to the champion.
Yeah, with Yasuda.
Until 2 laps to go, they were leading the championship.
Yeah.
And they've been overtook. And 56, the Kondo Racing team won the championship just in 1 lap.
Yeah.
So what a drama.
Very exciting. And at the very last race, and JP Power,
Yeah.
the John Paul de Oliveira and his teammate, of course,
Exactly.
last year.
The number 56, they got a tire off, but they
That's
still
right.
managed to take the
They
championship.
did.
That was a drama for me.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I think
so the
there's
principal
still
is just
the
saying-
race would be. I think you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's in Japanese, but you can watch it on YouTube. So
Yep.
if you want to check the final race, well, actually, I'm commentating in Japanese, but
Yeah.
you can check it and see
Yeah.
the drama.
And it's international,
Exactly.
it's racing.
Yeah.
Oh, Hoshino Kazuki. So he's actually the son of the Hoshino Kazuyoshi, the
Yes.
famous superstar.
The former fastest man fastest driver in Japan.
That's right.
And-
Yeah, and he raced till he was 55, right? And that's
Yeah.
his son, and they work together. It's a really pleasant, wonderful team. It must be very tough for him
Yes.
to work under his father, but
Exactly.
he's-
And he was a driver, Super GT driver until a couple of years ago, and he stepped down, and now he is a team principal from this
that's
year.
right. It's fantastic. It's a big responsibility, but that's his
Right.
turn now. Well
But
done.
still, as a driver, he will drive the GT4
Yeah.
car in Super Taikyu. So
yeah.
he-
That's
wow.
they can drive forever, right?
Yeah. And this is
And
Mr.
Sugio-san.
Yanagida.
Yanagida-san.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yanagida-san.
he will also be the team general advisor for Team 01 in Super Taikyu series.
Yeah.
Also a really successful driver,
Very
former
much.
Super GT champion.
Yes, and he also does a lot of the education for the young drivers.
Exactly.
Teaching.
He's like the principal or the vice principal for the academy, I think.
For the
young
academy,
drivers,
the
right?
Drivers Academy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Busy guy. He also does commentation in other series as well.
Very
amazing.
talented commentator.
Yes.
I worked with him for
good,
Super
huh?
GT a couple of times, but he's so talented.
Yeah.
He talks really well. And now, after the introduction, now they're gonna do the talk show. So first, they're gonna ask Mr. Kondo about last season.
Look here.
They became
Very
the
happy.
champion.
It was at Motegi. Oh, by the way, it's pronounced Motegi and not Motegi, like many people overseas pronounce.
Right.
It's Motegi. It's G-I and Gi. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that
Gi.
a beautiful day it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Although it was
was.
November and it's usually much colder.
Yes, it was warm
Uh-huh.
and nice.
Yeah, they did very well. So he's saying, it was a tough year for us. We really tried hard, but thanks to the team's power and the drivers, it says that we weren't fast enough to really win it easy, but the strategy and the driver's power really was able to achieve what we did. Says the first race at the beginning of the season was really good, so we did so well that we got so much weight over,
Yeah. In Super GT, we have the success weight
Yes.
system. If you get points, you will get for each point, you will get 3 kilograms of weight, which will make the car slower. So
Yeah.
you have a handicap.
They get like 70 by the end, right?
100.
100.
The maximum is 100.
Wow.
So they were fast even with the 100 kilogram
right.
success
Yeah,
weight.
during the
which,
season, right?
Yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And incredible.
Yeah, and then luckily at the very last race everyone is zero again, no
Yes,
weight.
the rule is it's 8th race in the season. Seventh race is half point.
Half point, yeah.
Half weight.
Half weight.
And then the final race will be have no weight, success weight, so they can drive without weights.
Yeah, he's saying like how JP is so fast. JP always gets the juicy part of the race,
An emotional Brazilian driver.
Yeah, we're gonna ask him now. Yeah, he was unable to reach the championship 2 years ago, so he really wanted to retrieve the championship, and so it's like, how did?
Yeah, let's hear from JP.
How
He will talk in English.
English, okay.
Oh yeah, good.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, of course, 22 season was was very relieved. The feeling at the end was of relief, because obviously we were leading the whole season until the end, and then we had a really strong season. But then coming to the last race, we had a mechanical problem, and then suddenly almost retired. But then the race was out of our control. So at that point, I felt that the title maybe is out of our hands again. But luckily, you know, the stars aligned and we could win the championship. So it was a great year. But now turn on the page and go for 2023 again.
Stars align.
Yeah, just for you, honey. You know, beautiful.
What a Brazilian expression. Nice.
Yeah.
But luck is not. Luck is coincidence. So you know.
Yeah, it's the
doesn't
timing.
come-
Is timing,
yeah,
right?
it just doesn't come from.
And they knew how to handle it. They never gave up, even
Yeah.
after that tire problem. God, you know.
They continued driving.
Yeah.
And the car didn't broke
Yeah.
totally. So that
Yeah.
was lucky enough.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
and now comes
They wouldn't give
Gainer,
up. Yeah.
car number 10.
Oh wow. Yeah.
They
There.
reached almost a champion.
It says car number 10 and
Yeah.
11, the two cars.
So they're gonna change the drivers.
The different drivers.
Car number
now.
10 was actually Tomita
Yes.
with Riki Okusa, but Tomita moved to car number 10,
Yeah.
and Yasuda moved from car number 10 to 11, and the car and Yasuda is like a teacher of Okusa from the karting days.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, master and apprentice
Oh,
teaming
good.
up together
And,
for the
wow.
first time in the top category.
Wow.
So
That's
car number
not
11
easy
would be
for the
really
young one.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, sensei, you know,
Yes,
teacher,
exactly.
sensei, teacher.
Exactly.
But, you know, he's talking of like how, you know, they had the championship in front of their nose and they
Yeah.
were like, we're going
Until the
to get
final
it
lap, they
until
were the champion,
final lap.
right? Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, he's explaining several years ago the same thing. It's like we haven't yet
Achieved
won,
to,
you know, against them. So this year will be the year, he says. This will be the year for us.
So if they can win against Kondo Racing, that means they will get the title.
Yeah, and they'll be satisfied.
Yeah. So,
But of course, Mr. Kondo is like, yeah, sure.
yeah, that's not easy. Well, but you know, for other teams, Kondo Racing is the benchmark.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
competing with them or winning against them
Yeah.
will be the easiest way or the secure way to reach the champion.
Yeah. And the team also educates mechanics, right? It's like a school,
Yeah,
a
the school
moving
students are
school.
also doing, you know, the mechanics or the mechanic job on.
Yeah, they're
on the
learning.
circuit,
It's like a research and development spot. So it's
What a memory for the students, you know, to become a champion, even if they're in a school. So that gives a great boost, I think, for
Yeah.
for their
Yeah.
career.
yeah,
Later on.
important to create new engineers, new mechanics. You know,
Right.
it's a very exciting job with new technologies. And here we have the young
Yeah, Riki Okusa,
Rikyo Oksa.
best young driver of last season,
Yeah, yeah,
becoming third in a championship in the first year. So
yeah. That was very
yeah,
very, very dedicated, and yes, we're going to do our best so that we can win the championship. Our team can win the championship. And then Mr. Kondo is like, no way, Jose, you know.
we will not give you the championship. But it's a good
Yes.
thing to to compete the championship between the sons.
Yeah.
So that's what Kondo-san is
They're
saying.
so confident. It's amazing, you
Yeah.
know. It's not that we only have Nissans in the grid, you know. There are other cars, but you know,
Right.
but the Nissans do so well. Yeah, it's a very strong car, the GTR. It says, so what type of car is a GTR? Of course, all the drivers have a lot of information, know-how of how to manage the tricks of the GTR. And the question is asked to Mr. Kondo.
Why is the car fast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because also, so the GT has a tire battle, so teams have different tire manufacturers, and what he's saying is that the manufacturer for our team, the tire manufacturer is different.
Yokohama for Kondo Racing, and for Gaina it's Dunlop, right?
Yeah, and so the tires they're specifically better in some tracks,
Yeah.
and also temperature-wise.
Characteristics are different,
Yeah.
right?
So he's explaining, how, and it's like GTR, wants to do their best no matter what tires you wear.
Right. So the car has to be fast, and the car is fast, so they have to show a strong race to be proud of the car using it. And this is Tomita.
Oh, Tomita, yeah. He's got a lot of experience, and the question is like, how would you describe the car 56? Says, it's the package is just perfect. He says that, the package of drivers and team, and with the Yokohama tires, the entire package is very well organized. So that's the image that I have. And me and Oksa, we started working together as a teammate from last year, and we worked, a lot and learned a lot.
But they know how the car could be fast, so that's the strong point of Kondo racing. I think they know some secrets to make it fast.
Yeah.
That's what Tomita was meaning.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long relationship for car 56.
Right.
And but he says, I really, really regret that we lost at the very last minute. So again, we'll start from zero and do our best at the very end. And Yasuda.
Now Yasuda.
Yeah.
From car number 10.
Yeah. He has battled for championships, for wins. And so what's your feeling at the moment? So we're talking about Kondo racing. I have raced with them for the GT500s for 4 years, so I have a very good relationship with Kondo. And it's amazing because the guy doesn't change no matter how many years. He's as handsome as ever.
Yeah. And young as ever.
Young as ever, all right. And it's my 6th year with the GTR
in GT3.
and GT3, and always racing for the championship until the very end, and then losing it to them and others. So this season again, not giving up, just trying their best.
Yeah, he was also a GT500 driver, so he knows how to win and he knows how to drive a fast car.
Yeah.
But, and always near the championship.
Yeah.
The top of the championship. So this year he will have his apprentice.
Yeah, he's talking like he's my younger brother.
Yeah.
He says, he's my teammate, but he's my younger brother, almost, like a younger brother.
Yeah. So it could be a good team. They know each other really well.
Yeah, being an apprentice, right?
Yeah. And also I think they have the good relationship.
Yeah, that's
good.
Yeah, it's important that, this, it's really teamwork, The driver changes at the middle of the race,
Right.
So they have to come in, driver change, and just quickly, go. And the seat it's good when they have a bit about the same height, right? So that the seat
exactly,
fits both well, and there's
without
no
any
need of
adjustments,
adjustments.
right?
Yeah.
And now we're talking with Mr. Fuji from Gainer.
Oh, yeah. Car 11 of last year.
Last year, so it was difficult for car number 11 to find a good setting.
Last year,
for the race,
yeah. So they will test. They tested at Fuji and with Yasuda, and they have. It's good because they have 2 cars, so they can actually, share data, compare.
So they let Tomita drive both cars, and he used to drive car number 10, and this year he will drive the 11.
Yeah.
So he will know the difference
Yeah.
by the feelings because he drove both cars. Yeah. So he will give a good,
advice
or
it's important. So it's like he's giving hints to his adversary team. Although they're in the same team,
but I think the aim is to win the championship, first place and second place for Gainer. So having 2 strong teams will be a really good thing for Gainer.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Especially against this fast Kondo car.
Yeah, they're saying they have tested already. And we had Fujinami Hiramine And now JP, he's the sensei, the teacher.
Yeah.
He's been teaching several drivers that have gone to the other series, and now new driver that he's going to watch.
Teach is Natori, right?
Yeah, it's good.
And
Natori-san, there he is. Yeah, so last year I didn't work for. So this year, I want to really do my best. Last year didn't go as I wished. So.
But he has confidence.
Yeah, but this year he's very confident. He's like, qualifying, race. I'm the youngest of all here, so I'm just going to be very aggressive. I'm just going to show. I'm going to surprise everyone by showing all I can do. Yeah, good. That's good. So that was all the GT 300s for the Super GT 300 series.
And now the GT4. Now we move on to GT4. First year, GT's the Z for GT4.
Yeah.
For the Super Taikyu series. 2 customer teams.
Yeah. There's plenty of cars in the Super Taikyu, right? There's like almost 40 cars or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And different cars.
Yeah, different classes together,
Exactly,
right? Yeah. So this is the STZ
Z class.
Yeah.
So the GT3 cars will compete in GTX, and the GT4 cars will STX. Sorry,
STX.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And the GT4 cars will compete in the STZ class.
Okay. Yeah.
And Kazuki Hoshino drove also the 24-hour race in Super Taikyu.
In Fuji, right? They do
Yes.
a 24-hour in. It's in May, end of May.
Exactly. The one and only 24-hour race.
Yeah, in Japan,
Japan,
right? Yeah. Wow. It's tough, but it's a good season. Although it's really tough for everyone. When he's talking about like the Z, I have achieved several titles in the past with the Z, and with the 500, it was the Z too. So
Yeah. So for Kazuki Hoshino, it's always the Z.
yeah,
If he wins a title,
Yeah.
even for Super GT, or also as a team director at Super GT.
yeah.
So this year he will compete as a driver in Super Taikyu series with the Z, which is a good sign.
Yes, it's a good sign.
Yeah.
His lucky letter Z.
Exactly. And Yaragida, Z, which is pronounced Z in Japan.
Yeah.
Internationally, it's Z. So they're talking about Z
Yeah.
with the Z.
That's again. Yeah. So now this time I will be the team principal and not a driver as I usually
Advisor,
am.
maybe?
An advisor.
General advisor?
Oh,
maybe?
general advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the Super Taikyu and overseas, he's going to come to the United States
Yes.
as well to maybe,
Very
learn something
Yeah.
and give some support.
And also very famous categories, both in the United States and Japan. So
Yeah.
really looking forward to
With the
to be
GT4s.
the
Yeah,
advisor.
so exciting. And eventually they probably will, spread all over the world, not only the United States and Japan,
Right.
but right now just, United States and
Yeah.
Japan, which is
In the future, maybe to go also to Europe or other continents to compete in
the
different
GT4s
races.
with the GT4s, yeah.
Because it's becoming more famous and famous, and many countries are starting their GT4 races or putting GT4s in the
Customer
categories.
racing. Yeah, because it's such a beautiful car.
Yeah. And it's so close to our normal road car, so which means if you're driving the same car, you will know how they
Yeah.
are driving the car
That's
competing in the
Yeah,
races.
there is only small tunings that you can do.
Exactly.
You can't really touch much in the engine, so
Yeah.
it's very important. So it's all the ability, what
Exactly.
you can do with your
Exactly.
driving skills.
Or in the other hand, it's almost you can own the race car by yourself and drive it in the road.
Didn't you say you wanted one, the GT4?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have. Sorry. Let's see what they are. Yeah, well, it says Kondo-san was talking about the GTR, and
he's proud about driving the car and having the car, right?
And we too. We are very looking forward and happy to work with the customer teams with the GT4s. And yeah, as he mentions, the number will increase definitely, and will be a lot of communication, feedback, mutual feedback, support, so that the success, for the success of the GT4s. And it's good that we are going to, have the opportunity of really, work with veterans, people that have worked for so long in racing with the GTs overseas, and with the GT4 now, and the Zs. So we'll have, at the Daiki Super Daiki, we'll have the Z and the GT4, both. Z, sorry, the GT
No,
Z.
it's in Japanese, it's Z, so sometimes it's really
the GT
confusing.
Z
And now, in North America, the Pirelli GT4 America Championship. Tech Sport Racing will be racing 2 Nissan Z GT4s. And today we have a message video from the team representative, the team principal.
Yeah.
So check it out.
All the way from the States.
My name is Deborah Papalizio, and I am a co-owner of Tech Sport Racing. We are extremely excited about the new Nissan Z. We can't believe how far it's come from the first drawings that we saw a couple months ago. The development has been incredible already. Before the first track day even started, the work that they've done on the car to make it perfect is absolutely the most exciting thing. We cannot wait to see what it can do in the GT4 arena, and we also know that it's going to be fantastic. We have a lot of experience with the old 370Z. We raced them for many years, and they were absolutely a dream to work on. The engines were bulletproof, they were stable, the drivers loved driving them. So the excitement with this car is even bigger because the level of engineering that's gone into this car is so significant. We can't wait to see it. So the car was actually, the livery was designed by my partner Kevin with nostalgia towards the car that we first saw debuted at SEMA, and we just love it. We think it's so cool. It looks incredible. Our first time out on track, it's super exciting. The lines of the car are fantastic. It's really going to be amazing out on track. But even more so than the looks of the car is the engineering. It's going to perform. And we're looking forward to, getting up on podium with this car and rewarding Nissan's hard work with some success. Keep watching our live stream because this car is going to do amazing things. We want everybody to join in the excitement that Nissan has brought to us and make sure that you're looking at the live stream or come down to the races and make sure that you are cheering us on because it is going to be a real exciting ride.
Hello, my name is Kevin Anderson, owner of Tech Sport Racing. We're based in North Carolina. We are a current SRO team here in the United States that has experience racing the previous generation 370Z in touring car for many years with great success working closely with Nissan. We're excited to have the opportunity to be the first team here in the United States to run the new Z, GT4Z. So, the season starts off at Sonoma in March. We're hoping everybody, can be a part of it, viewing online and just being a part of our first race. We really feel this car is easily going to be competitive. It's got all the right ingredients. I mean, Nissan has done an excellent job working with NISMO to create an excellent car, competitive car in GT4. So obviously the new generation Z is, really shows a lot of design elements of the early 240 and 260s, and it really is such an attractive car. And, we were really trying to design a livery for it that did the car justice. So, we really wanted to design a livery that brought in the Nissan traditional colors as well as the colors they currently run. And Nissan traditionally used to be always black, red, and white, where nowadays it's mostly just black and red. And we wanted to bring some of the colors from the older style as well. And it happens to be the tech sport colors as well, black, red, and white. So it really worked out well. And, we just love the look of the car, and we love all the street car elements in it. And you'd be surprised at how much OEM Z is still in this car, even though it's a GT4 car. It is, really incredible. So GT4 America here in the United States is the most popular class of, racing, I think. We have over 30 cars at every race. Every important manufacturer is involved. Yeah, global Nissan fans, definitely for sure. GT4 around the world is an exciting class. It is definitely a class I think every manufacturer should be a part of. It takes real-world OEM cars and puts them into high-level racing, and it shows you what performance is capable of. And it is definitely a class and a series that you're going to want to follow. We're going to be excited to show what this car is capable of this year, and we'd love to have the Nissan fans around the world follow us.
Wow. Can't wait to see the season start. The all-new Z is finally back in American races. Don't forget to cheer and watch the Nissan Z GT4 in the United States. Well, let's see what they can do. But I see that they're really confident for the new season with the new car. So...
And you can feel the love they have for the car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For Nissan and the Z.
For Nissan,
So that concludes the Customer Racing Program talk show. Thank you so much, drivers and principals.
Thank you. Thank you. Wishing you all the best. A great season.
So after this, we will have the GT500 class talk show.
Yeah.
But before the drivers will come in, we were talking on Mr. Kitagawa is talking about how the talk show went through for the GT300 and GT3 and also for Super Taikyu. Well, they were really strong in last season in the GT300 class, but to win the race consecutive is really difficult. So you have to be strong, and so you have to develop to defend the title. You just cannot stop the evolution. Otherwise, the rivals will be really strong this year again.
And it really has to do with strategy too, because how they get heavier, they have to learn to know how to kind of take it easy when it's not the time to attack, so that they're ready. Just collect points instead of crashing the cars, you know. And they're very good at this.
Always collecting points. Even if they're heavy, if they're having not the fastest car in the track, they always get some strong points. Which becomes, really important for the championship.
And of course, all these GT cars are cars that are in the public can buy these cars, and just
you can support them by buying the car, right? And you own the car and see the car driving in a circuit, which you can see also in your garage.
It's amazing. And, the love for the Nissan in Japan is amazing. And not only in Japan, all over the world. The GT cars are just, magnificent all over the world. Right?
And we used to have foreign spectators in Super GT and Super Taikyu before, but because of COVID, we had less until last year. But I hope people will come back and join us.
Borders are open. Please do come back to Japan
and see the race on in the
come
circuit.
on board, from all over the world. That would be so nice. It's always nice to see people from all over the world. Everyone is very welcome. I think Japan is a lovely place to come and visit.
And also, as you can see, there are also foreign drivers so you can cheer up. And now we will move on to GT500 class, the top category of Super GT, and also the most famous or most enjoyable category and racing series here in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, we get 40,000
pinnacle of-
people,
yeah.
you know, spectators per
Yeah,
weekend.
exactly. It's the pinnacle of the Japanese racing.
Yeah, very exciting.
Top drivers.
And also, you
top
know,
teams.
how they race the 300s and the 500s race
Yeah.
together in the same at the same time.
Exactly.
That's very exciting. But now we have the super machines, the monster machines,
Exactly.
the GT500s.
So the character is really unique because it's like it has the essence of sprint race. It
Yeah.
also has the
Yeah.
essence of endurance races.
That's right.
So 2 drivers in 1 team.
Yeah, it's 2 sprint races, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, you pit in, change your driver, go back again.
So in a sense, you have the sense of endurance racing
Yes.
for that point.
Yes. Yes. And it's from what the drivers say, it's like a sprint race for them, you know. Well, because the races are like the longest is 450 Ks, right? At the moment. So it's between 300 kilometers and 450 kilometers.
So 2 or 3 stints.
Yeah, exactly.
Per race?
And so sometimes we can have 3 drivers, and that's why in some of the teams we already have 3 drivers, but
Basically, in 300 class. Yeah. For 500, I think they all
there's
stick with 2
the
drivers.
2 classes, two drivers. That's
Yeah.
right.
So somebody has to do 2 stints.
Yeah, you know, they say because they have good air conditioning, so they don't need to have an extra third one for the 500s, although the 300s sometimes, some of the cars, you know,
Yeah.
not with Nissan, of course. It's very cool.
First, we will talk with Mr. Hiramine.
Yeah.
Car number 1,
Yes.
which was car number 12 last year.
Yeah. Car number 12, they decided to, you know, they've always kept number 12 forever, but, you know, the team decided to, you know, accept number 1.
As a champion.
Yes, the champion number. So so happy, very pleased to have won the championship. And last season, you know, from the GTR to the Z, lots have changed. It has, you know, become better, and it's a car that's very strong for battles. And for us, Team Impol, it was very important. I think it was a really good step forward to implement the Z car. And for us, it's like no matter who we're fighting against, we're always doing our best, and I think we were able to prove. Yeah, and you love battling anyway, don't you? Like be overtaken, you know, like that. Yeah.
Who doesn't love that as a race driver?
Yeah, I suppose it's better than just, you know, cruise. Everybody follow me. Yeah.
Well, it's easy, and maybe it's the best way to win the
but
race.
it never happens with Super GT, though. You know, there's always
Not that easy.
No. And
This is Chio.
Yeah, Chio.
Car number 3.
What is
We'll
your...
change the name this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From Craft Sports.
So what he says is, yeah, so now the aerodynamics have changed better.
From GTR to
Yeah,
Z, they,
yeah,
you know, the car,
developed.
in a way, well, they
More
use the same monocoque, but the car looks quite smaller.
Yeah, that's
With the
yeah,
Z.
yeah. It's exactly what he says. The aerodynamics, you know, the way it is combined looks smaller, right?
I think
And
they have less drag.
Yeah, and he said, you know, he didn't know what to expect when he first drove the car, but he says, yeah, it's very
driver,
good.
it's- yeah.
It's very good for us as a driver. It's very drivable, even better. You know, it's like real reliable. And now the team principal. So we're talking with Hoshino, is it?
I think Mr. Matsumura,
Matsumura. Ah, yeah. Yeah.
the executive
Yeah,
director.
because it's been 7 years since they last won, since Nissan last won the
Yes.
championship.
With the car number 23 was the last time, I think.
Yeah,
7 years
exactly.
ago.
Yeah. So the question is like, what happened? I mean, so the cars from 2000. So the new package 2014 and the aerodynamics have been changed step by step. And all of the parts are common. Well, most of the parts are common parts in the sporting regulation and the technical regulation.
So how the car looks really is so important because it defines the drag they have. So which car you use for the Super GT 500 class is so important.
Yes.
The original car, if the original car is small and it has less drag, then the car will have less drag also in the car, and they're in the race.
Yes.
So which original car you use or you choose would be so difficult or so important. I mean.
Yes. Yes. It says no matter what tracks we went to, it was very reliable and the stability was very good. So it was a very reliable car and very easier to overtake when you're battling. So that has to do with
I think it's stronger against the turbulences.
The turbulence.
Because if you follow some car,
Yeah.
other car, you will have
You get the
turbulence
air, yes.
or dirty air.
Yes.
And if it's weak against the dirty air, it will be difficult to overtake. But if you can be strong against the dirty air, it's easier to overtake.
So that's one of the good points of the
maybe
new.
They changed the aerodynamics to do that easily.
Yeah.
So they're talking about Team Info.
Team Info. So here we have Mr. Hoshino, father and son.
And last year, Kazuyoshi Hoshino was the team principal, and son Kazuki was his assistant.
Yes.
But
And
this
now-
year, Kazuyoshi Hoshino became
The team principal, right? The son is the principal, and the father is
now the
supervisor.
Supervisor, let's say, yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard from Kazuki that last year
He says
it was already
nothing has
like
changed.
it was already like that. Even
It was not
the
just
name-
official public, but it was
exactly.
like that. Yeah, exactly.
He was like the assistant of his father, but he was like the center figure already in the team.
Yeah.
So I think they changed the name to fit how they were doing the job last year.
Right. Yeah. So he says, me, I feel that, calling me the principal is it's such a heavy word, because I'm surrounded by really professionals and but anyway, I'll do my best. He says.
Of course, you should have, or you need to have a good personal in the team to win the race. It's not only the driver and the team principal. You have mechanics and the engineers and everybody involved in the team.
Yes. And they won after 27 years, right?
Yes. His first title in 27 years. Team Info.
He says he's been racing for 59 years. He's been involved in motorsports for 59
years. More than a half century.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It says, he's talking about the people that work with him are in their 30s and 40s, and the mechanics and they're
making a judgment.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can work the data like in a second. While for us, I'm over 70. I mean, it's too much for me already. He says too complicated. Yeah. So and then the car maintenance and designers and the drivers. So each of the members of our team have their responsibility. And so he's mentioning, each person has their responsibility. So there is one individual, and that is how it works, like in a company, huh?
Yeah.
A small enterprise. And so that's what we started from last year to, give a specific rule for each of the people. And that is, and what the youngsters can do better, it's for them. And we see that young power is important. And this year, too, this is how we're going to work.
But still, Kazuyoshi Hoshino will be the center figure.
Definitely. This is just him talking, but then, he will probably say, no, this is how we're going to do it.
And his appearance will put the team together.
Oh, yeah. He's got, I think,
He doesn't need to say anything.
Exactly.
He just should be there to guide the team.
To support, true. And these days he's quite quiet. In the past, he was quite aggressive but
sometimes,
but now, I mean,
things.
physically aggressive, but also, just like always very
emotional,
very emotional, like Latino,
Yeah. And expressions were fun to watch, also.
Yeah. So he says when you're driving a car, he says it's so much easier to be a driver than to be the organizer of a team or the principal of the team. You just concentrated on your job there, but
you don't have to think about the budget.
Yeah, that's what he says, exactly. Yeah, it's true. I mean, the responsible, and because he has been a racing driver for so long,
a top race driver.
It's not easy to go from being a racing driver to actually having to lead an entire team.
It's a quite different job, to manage the team and to drive a car.
And that's what he says. And I think he managed very well, but now he passed it on to his son.
And he's saying his son is also talented to manage the team.
Yeah, I think his son studied economics or something, no? Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So as my father says, all the responsibility will be on me. Okay, Dad. He says, okay, there you go. It's all yours.
Good relationship between father and son.
Yeah. So anyway, try to do their best not to give pressure to the drivers.
Yeah. The most important thing is the drivers to, give the best situation or atmosphere.
Yeah.
To drive the car.
Yeah. He's saying that he doesn't get involved in the conversation with the drivers. He just really lets them do their thing. And they're in their 20s, in their 30s. They're very young.
Still a young driver, a rookie, he says. So he still has like 10, 15 years, Hiramine, to be in a top category or to be a top driver.
Yeah. And with Baguette, he's been here in Japan also racing for quite a long time, no?
But he was also a champion in Europe.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
From Belgium.
Yeah. Oh, he is really good driver.
Yeah. Really consistent, actually.
Yes, very relaxed.
Never
very down to
crashes
earth.
the car.
Yeah.
He is
very down to earth.
Yeah, but he's aggressive, but still really safe.
Yeah.
Brings the car in one piece every race.
Yeah. And they're really good teammates, he says. These two are really good. They're friends, and.
Well, that's the beauty of Super GT, and the unique point of Super GT, because they are rivals.
Yeah.
But still, they have to be a good friends to be a good team. They have to share the car data together.
Yeah.
So they need to be friends, but also at the same time they're rivals. So they has to be faster than the other guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have to, join together and work together.
Yeah. And often for other series, they're actually rivals.
Real rivals. Yeah. Super
other series,
categories. Yeah.
So it's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. And now it's car number 23, Nismo. Oh, this is like the top team for Nissan. As I mentioned, car number 23 is really important for Nissan. So if they're holding the car number 23, which means it's the most important team for Nissan.
Yeah, it's the top team. So Nissan 23, so Nissan car number 23. And now the Formula E is also the Nissan, the 23. Lovely. And 2023, let's hope.
Yeah. And it's the 10th year for car number 23 to compete with Matsuda and Quintarelli.
With Ronnie, yeah. He's talking about Nismo, yeah. We know that we have to be in the top.
The Nismo team
always.
has to be the top,
the
right?
top team. So it's a bit of a pressure too.
Yeah.
So, for me too, I've been, working my way up, and now I'm the principal of a team, but we don't stop trying our best to make it a better team and better and better. step by step, and I think that this team is very well stabilized. And, now,
next to another team principal. Now and again, Kondo, Mr. Kondo.
Yeah, so he is going from one team to the other. So he does a GT300 and also a GT500 team. So Mr. Kondo is a principal in both categories. So often they have their pit next to each other so that he doesn't have to run around all day long. It's wow, it's interesting. Yes, we're talking about Hoshino. So he has Hirabine and Waget. He's like Mr. Hoshino was saying, "Oh, our team drivers, they're too friendly." He's like, but he's like, "Yeah, you were too when you were a driver, right?" So he is my teacher. He's always been my teacher. He says so I really admire him. And Impal, it's every time I do well, he's like, when we do well, Hoshino comes to us and always compliments, how well we're doing. So I'm very happy. And my dream is to win in the 500 and the 300 on the same weekend, same day.
Both cars winning at the same time, right?
Yeah,
the
same weekend, same race.
Yeah, because they have a team in 500 and 300.
Yeah. Changing subjects now. So, there's
even if there are changes in this category, there are no change. Two people are grinning in the same time.
Yeah, they haven't changed forever. They have roots attached almost to each other.
The same combination.
Yeah.
Matsuda and Ronnie.
And Ronnie, originally from Italy, but he's fluent in Japanese. He's been here so long. And Matsuda-san, so 10 years. That's cool, huh?
Yeah. 10 years.
we need a diamond president.
Well, in Japan, if you are married for 10 years,
you don't get a diamond, do you?
They say that the husband will, send a wife's diamond ring.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
really?
for appreciation. So, which means we should get a diamond ring too, because we're teaming up for 10 years.
He says we're really good. We're really good mates. But he says maybe not as close as car number 1 now, the Impulse. But we're pretty good. He says really we discuss. Our opinions are very similar what we require the team to work for. And so, kind of, we know each other very well now. And so,
they know they like the same thing, so it's easier to set up. I think the driving style is also similar, which means
he says when they just say okay, he says okay, just do this, bye. So he says the meetings are pretty short. No. I don't want to have long meetings, but it's fun. It's like one of them gives the opinion, the other one just agrees. It's like, okay, just leave it. Yeah, that'd be fine. So
that's the trust they have between each other. So if one driver, so maybe if Matsuda says so, Ronnie will totally agree it. Vice versa.
Oh, I'm 44, he says. So we're both 44, so we'll be 88 together. We're both 44 this year. I see. So it's 88.
Yeah.
So it's a good number. So in Japan, 8 is the eternal number, infinity, 8. So therefore, it will give us good fortune. Yeah.
So 2 8s. Good fortune number.
So they're always looking forward to what the media writes about them. With
If we win with 88-year-old,
the combination of the 44. Anyway, so they want to win the championship, win the races, so that they can be, in the media, in the magazine covers, etc.
Pressure to the media.
Yeah. Today, 2023. So it's the Nissan year because it's 2-3 Nissan. Once we miss this chance, then we'll have to wait forever.
100 years.
So this year is the Nissan year, so we must work Nissan.
And next year 24, it's our number.
Yeah, it's our number 24, so it has two chances, right? Yeah.
And then we have to wait another 100 years
for number 12. He says number 12. No, I'm sorry, it's past the time. 23 years, Mr. Shimada with the GT500.
23rd year in GT500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I work for Nissan, they send me here and there. But anyway, from the first day I joined
absent
Nissan,
for a couple of years in between, but
I've been here.
In total, it's 23rd year. Or the 23rd season since he first started in GT500. Yeah.
That's right. So car 12, now car number 1. So this season, car number 12 Impulse changes to car number 1 with Marley. So it's a new name, Marley Team Impulse, car number 1. So, any comments regarding the change in the name of the team? Yeah, so sponsor Marley is new, but we are the Calsonic Impulse. Our soul is a Calsonic
iconic name.
Yeah, it will stay here forever. It says even last year it could have changed, but we decided to keep Calsonic.
Or the sponsor also decided to use Carsonic.
Yeah.
And they became champion with Carsonic. So I think because they became champion, they finally agreed to change the name to Morelli.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So now it's time for them to win as Morelli Impulse.
Yeah. It says, yeah, of course I do. I will miss Calsonic, but we don't change. So, we're back and now we are the new Morelli Team Impulse. But the color remains. The blue, the Calsonic blues remain.
The iconic color.
Yeah.
I think it's the only team who doesn't change the name. Oh, well, until last year, they didn't change the name of the color. From the start of the Super GT series.
Yep.
So it's the only team with the same name and same color.
Amazing. Yeah. And the same direct team principle.
Yeah, exactly. And this is car number 3, changing from Craft Sports to Nitera.
Nitera, yeah. Craft Sports, that's right. So until last year, the sponsor was Craft Sports. I would really like to take the opportunity to thank the sponsors that have sponsored us until last year, Craft Sports. And the team itself, it will be our second year with the same team combination. And once it becomes the second year, it's like the first year you get used to it, and then the second year you kind of take it easy, and that's not it's not what we want to do. Or on the other hand, we'll start comparing, last year we were like this and this. So in fact, the second year with the same team is often very challenging. So I've spoken to the team and say, hey, let's start again every year, every start of the season. We start from 1, and now that we have a new name too, it's a good start with something new, good initiative. And now talking about our NGK.
So it used to been called NGK. They changed the name to Nitera, which is really famous with the plugs, the spark plugs, NGK plugs. So they changed the name to Nitera. So it's a new name.
And Terra means earth, as he says. So it's going back to earth, going back to the beginning. It's a nice word. Terra, Nitera. Yeah, and of course it's important for the
team to be consistent or to be strong, so that the name will be announced many times as possible for the sponsorship.
It will follow the number. So so it's like we, as the team principal said, the first year, as principal said, went really smooth, really well.
Better than expected, actually.
Yeah. And even after the crash, the recovery was so fast.
There was a big crash in the second race, and they came back in third race and won the race, actually.
Yeah.
That was also a big drama.
That was a big drama for this. Yeah, amazing in the GT 500s. Yeah, Super GT. It was in...
the crash was in Fuji.
Fuji, right? Yeah, yeah. On the main straight.
In the main straight. Was a big crash.
Yeah.
Shocking scene, actually.
Yeah. But everyone was all right.
Yes.
That was,
no big damage to the drivers.
Yeah, so the start will be in Okayama. This season.
Yes. In April?
In April in Okayama, we'll start the south of Japan, Okayama circuit, and the south in Kyushu. Kyushu Island. And now let's ask the team principals. So Hoshino, what do you look forward to regarding the start of the season and the first race? So the color is Calsonic. The color of the livery of the car is the same as Calsonic blue. And the members don't change, as I've just mentioned, but we have Morelli as a new name, and we're going to do our best, 100%.
Same team, same member. So if we do well, we can win both, 2 years in a row.
And we'll be racing with number 1.
Which is a champion number.
Yeah, they have the chance to pick the number if they wish to.
But they still be a challenger in their mind.
Yeah, of course, because same driver, same staff, and with the Bridgestone tires, we're really going to do our best and get us aim for the consecutive race, championship win.
And he wants Melissa Masmura to come to the team to look at the computers.
To check the data, make sure that everything is, he says, Okay. Can I speak now? He says it's my turn now. Of course, we aim to achieve the championship, and last year I did really a lot.
Yeah, he worked hard, personally also.
Yes, so I do, but I really want to do even best, he says. And for the fans too, the fans, I really want to thank the fans for all the support and continue and look forward to a really great support this season too. Do my best, so look forward. And not only from Japan, but from all over the world, guys,
Right.
Yeah, this is a very exciting race.
I'll do it in English, but really happy to be once again with Team Impul, with the Oshino family, with Nissan, with my teammate Raffinée-san. Last year was a fantastic year for us. We will be wearing number 1 this year on our car, so obviously we want to be champion again. We will keep working really hard, pushing really hard, do our maximum with all the Team Impul members, with Bridgestone, with Nissan to get the championship in this 2023 year. It's not going to be easy, we know, but we are sure we'll have a fast car, fast tires, so we'll do our best, and I hope that we will have a strong support from all the fans around the circuit this year, and be sure that Team Impul will push hard to become champion again.
Strong statement from Bertrand Baguette.
Yeah, from Belgium. Yeah.
He lives in Spa, actually. Near the circuit.
I like the way he goes. Team Impul.
French pronunciation.
Yeah. In Japanese, they call it Impal, right? Yeah.
Right. And now car number 3. The winning image. The car number 23 has to win because of the number and also the image of from outside. But we are more free. We have more freedom.
True. Yeah. the pressure is less, right? They can really be, they're flexible. They can be really flexible. And car number 3, he wants to do it now. In the shadow, but do their best and see. And so all the responsibility is to the driver, to the car 23. Yeah. And today, so there's only one driver.
Yeah, Takaboshi
is absent today. Yeah, so he, unfortunately he's not able to be here, Takaboshi-san. And yeah, everyone is talking about car number 23, putting pressure on them.
Last year, they really had pressure because of the new car, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Ronnie, he was not happy not having won the championship. Yeah, he was so frustrated.
So many races with frustration, I think.
Yeah, so this year I really want to enjoy, I want everyone to enjoy, and of course we'll do our best. Let's see what Matsuda has to say.
先ほどね、中島監督からもあったように、去年はちょっと
Yeah, we felt too much pressure last year. So I suppose that pressure kind of did not help us go forward. But this year, well, you know, we work, you know, daily. We do our best, really, you know, and our goal is to win the championship this year. So we'll do our best. We look forward to your support. And Ronnie. 8 years ago with this team, we were very strong. We were like winning race after race. And I think last year there were things missing. And we in the off season we really discussed a lot, had many meetings, see how to work to make this team strong again. I mean, we are strong, but the strongest team. And we've had loads of meetings, and now we just go to the track and do tests as we can and show our potential to everyone. Car 24 with Kondo Principal.
よろしいですか。はい。では近藤監督、開幕戦へ向けての意気込みをファンの皆さんにお伝えください。
やっぱり打倒インパル、マレリーブルーですか。カゾニックブルー。
It's like I'm not giving you the color. He's talking about car number 1. We are blue too. We are realized blue, and you guys are impulse blue. And yes, we want to make our team very strong. And so in one track we'll have 2 realized blue cars in the GT300 with the young mechanics learning and working real hard, and in the 500 here we're going to do our best with again
to aim a win.
Yes.
In this season, yeah. But there are only 8 races, so it's really difficult to win a race.
It is.
Super GT 500.
Yeah. So I've joined 7 years ago this team, and so the first time I joined, and finally last year I was able to aim to achieve a pole position
for the first time.
So yeah, and I really want to also achieve the championship with this team. So this year is the goal.
はい、ありがとうございます。ぜひね、そんな時がやってくることを、ファンの皆さんもですね、応援いっぱいしていただきたいと思います。
The team, the fans too, look forward to that result.
そうですね、僕も今シーズン今度レーシングに加入して2年目になります。で、横浜タイヤさんと共にですね、昨シーズン戦ってきて、表彰台2回というところまで良かったんですけども、
twice. It was good, but as the principal mentions, it's stressful that we were not able to win a race. And I've been racing for 20 years, so this is my 20th year. So it's important that to win a race. So last year I wasn't able to win a race. So this year, win race and the championship. Aim for the championship, and want to see Mr. Kondo's smile. Happy face, Mr. Kondo.
And
it's almost time to say goodbye. So we would like everyone to stand up and
Mr. Matsumura will give his statement.
The fans, yes, there is an enormous amount of fans, not only in Japan but worldwide at Nissan, and we would like Mr. Matsumura to give us a few words to everyone. So, yeah, it was good to hear all the comments from the drivers and principals. And, the cars are all very good, and so any team has the possibility of winning. We prepared all the cars, so they're all good cars, so we want to see them all, compete and get the best results, of course. And so what I want is all of them to get as many points as possible, and amongst them fight for the championship. That's what's going to probably happen. And the goal is for each of the teams to aim for the championship. So we will support each of the teams equally the best we can. And we start in Okayama, which is still cold in the beginning of April, but and then throughout the year, very hot seasons too. But we invite everyone to come over and cheer for us throughout.
Cold and hot.
Yeah, cold and hot.
And waving the flags. That's the Japanese tradition of cheering, the teams.
Yeah, it's amazing, yeah. And the grandstands, we have this huge Nissan flags, heavy too, like soccer games, right?
Yeah.
And so look forward to the big cheers from everyone. Thank you.
さあ以上をもちまして本日の2023
Nissan Motorsports Fan Event終了となります。 And that will conclude the Nissan Motorsports Fan Event 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Sonia. It was fun talking with you, and giving some information about the Japanese motorsports. Maybe some of the people who are watching are really, into this Japanese series, so they know much. Or maybe for some people, they are Nissan fans, but they don't know about the Japanese races so much.
Yep.
I hope we added some information that you will, make you more
interested.
Be understandable about the race.
Of course. And, just people from all over the world can access this program now through the YouTube. So, the more people we reach, the better. We're happy to be, we're speaking in English. We could have spoken in German, like you speak German. I speak Portuguese. And, we could have, so, to everyone, let's enjoy racing and Nissan, beautiful cars all over the world. The Nissan cars, race all over the world, and with the Formula E as well. It come to Japan anytime, and
hope so.
Come and cheer for us with the Super GTs and the Taiki.
Yeah. Okay. So see you again.
Yep.
Vielen Dank. Tschüss.
Thank you. Ciao. Beijinhos. Até a próxima.
And goodbye.
Ciao.
Thank you. That was Sasha and Sonia in the English side. Bye bye.
Bye. お疲れ様。